all my fashionistas and my future pattern makers. When you are designing a female outfit, whether it be a blouse or a dress, you can either make it sleeveless or you can make it with a sleeve. Now in terms of a sleeve, you can choose to create a long sleeve or you can create a short sleeve. When you are choosing a design for your sleeve, there are various types of sleeve designs that you can choose from. Today I am going to discuss with you how to make a rose sleeve. A rose sleeve will mimic the shape and style of a rose petal. And you can make that rose sleeve a long sleeve or it could be a short sleeve. Today I am going to make it into a short sleeve. So let's get right into it. I'm going to show you the short sleeve version of the rose sleeve. And there are two methods of creating the pattern for a rose sleeve. So let's get right into it and show you how to make this short sleeve version of the rose sleeve. There are two ways to make the rose sleeve. One, you will have the short sleeve traced out like this, and you will simply fold it in two to create that center mark. And once you do that, you will now slash and you will do this up to the seam line on the cap of the sleeve. Spread this out. You need to form a perpendicular line. This is already the straight edge, so that is fine, but you need to have a perpendicular line. And what you can do, you will now line up this part right here, line up the other side also, make sure that they are perpendicular. You're going to tape this down. And obviously you will sew right here. This is a notch. You need to put a notch there, and you need to put a notch right here, and you will sew from this edge along to this edge also. And when you sew that, that's what you're going to tuck underneath. This is the back because this is where the back of the sleeve is, and this is the front. So you can also trace this out if you want, if you need to use this pattern again. So you can trace around here. This is where you are going to cut along. And you would place this on the fabric where you would have this side piece here and the side piece there, also the grain line. And once you do that, then you will note that in this event, you can just cut around it, cut around here, and that will give you your sleeve. This is the second method of making your rose sleeve. You can actually use this sleeve pattern, and you're going to use the pivot method. In order to do the pivot method, you will need a straight line along here, and you will line up your sleeve along the straight line. And what you do, you will trace around the edge like this, up to the top of the sleeve cap. And you would also put a mark here at that center line because that's the center line right there going down. So you place the haul here, and you will want to pivot this around to create a straight line along here. And you want to make sure that this line that you're creating right here is going to be straight. So what you'll do next, you will draw a line that is perpendicular to that other edge that you have. And you will end up with something like this. And all that you have to do now is, since you have this part right here, you'll notice now that you can trace along the remaining edge, but you should also put a notch there where the center of the sleeve will be, and you will simply just trace along here. So these are the two methods of doing your sleeve. What I also suggest for you to do when you put this mark here, you have a notch, so you know that you will join the two pieces of the pattern. So after you cut these out, and I'm just going to cut out roughly now so that you can join them, and you will now simply place the notch to the notch, and you will sew. You will actually cut along here, and you will sew along the edge around here. When you are making the rose sleeve, you will need the top part that you have created by the slash method or the pivot method, and you will also need a base sleeve, which is simply just the regular pattern of the short sleeve that you started out with. You will need one of that because you need to attach the top part to that on the base piece. And you will need it because the rose sleeve needs something, or need a backing for it to be attached to, so that you can create the petals for it to be able to tap onto the fabric so that you can see the petals. Without the backing, it's not going to hold up. So you need an undersleeve for that, and the undersleeve is simply going to be the plain sleeve. There are two ways of attaching the top part of the rose sleeve pattern to the under piece, which is the base part. You can simply attach it where the right sides are together, and then when you turn that under, you can now simply do a row of top stitching onto the edge, or I should say close to the edge of the base part, so that when you turn that part underneath and iron it, you won't be able to see the seam. So that's one way. The other way is that you can use a bias binding, and when you are using the bias binding, what you will do is that you will put the wrong sides together of both the part with the rose petals and the base piece, and when you put the wrong sides together, then you can put a row of edge stitching along the edge of the sleeve, and then you can attach the bias binding to that. So it's your choice, and you can use the bias binding that could be self-made, or you can choose a contrasting color also. So you can get funky with the edge of the sleeve, how you're going to finish it. So this is what the rose sleeve looks like after I've sewn the edge of the hem, and I'll flip this up. And once I flip that up, what I need to do now, I have the pointed piece right here, so I need to push it through, and I'm going to pin it. And you can pin it from the front, or you can pin it from the back. I'm going to pin it from the back. And the reason why I pin it from the back is because I have a lot of fabric going on here, and the extension of the pin is going to disrupt all of that motion. So the next thing that you're going to do is that you're going to pin the sides together, because you want to form out the rose, and you want to also see where the pin ends. So you pin it like this, and this side also. So in forming the rose, you can start at the edge and start to form the crease. This should be a natural situation going on here, because you want to form what the rose petals would look like. and you would pin in between, like right there, and you will tack that to keep it down, because if you don't tack it, it can come apart. So you want to do the same thing on the other side also. Right there. And you can tack right here also. So wherever I'm placing the pins to form out the rose, because you can have another petal here. And form it. This one. And another one. So if the pin is in your way when you are forming the rose petals, you can simply pin it from the back, because when you see the rose being formed, the pin might be obstructing the view. All right, and this is what the final product would look like. There it is. It's very nice, and you would attach this to your blouse or whatever you're attaching it to. So this is your rose sleeve. Lovely, ain't it? This is what your rose sleeve would look like, and you will tack in between and also tack at the back. You will see your stitches there. So in conclusion, now that you know how to create the pattern of a rose petal sleeve, you can either use the slash and spread method, or you can simply use the pivot method. It's your choice. You can choose what is comfortable for you to use. And so when you do those, you will notice that either way, you will still come out with the same type of sleeve. Just remember that you will need the under sleeve as your backing to support the top part that you have slashed and spread, or you have pivoted and created. When you are creating the petals, it will be easy for you to tack in between the petals onto that base to create that part so that it stands up. I hope that this video has helped you tremendously, and that you will go ahead and you will try to make the rose petal sleeve of your own. Thank you for watching. If you have not yet hit that subscribe button, please go ahead and do so. I hope that you will challenge yourself and create one of your own. Sleeves can really enhance an outfit. And don't just use a regular sleeve. Be funky and create different various types of sleeve that will enhance that outfit. I like to do that because the plain sleeve, yes, we know is plain. No, we want to be funky. I hope that you have come to the conclusion that a sleeve can enhance that design. Yes, you can carry out an outfit just by being different when it comes to the sleeve. And go ahead, create the design to enhance your outfit. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And please share this video with others around the world so that they too can learn how to create designs of their own and create outfits so that they can wear it well. Thank you for watching, and please like and leave a comment so that I can know what you think about this video. And also, if you want me to make a video on something else, don't be shy. Go ahead and write it in your comments so I can read it and I can create whatever it is that you like me to create. Thank you, and see you soon on the other side. Bye now.